Hello, dear gentlemen. Lately, have you been feeling more and more tired every morning when you wake up? No longer alert, energy is fading, and vitality is also gradually disappearing, even though you still eat well, sleep on time, and don't overwork yourself. If that's happening to you, rest assured you're not alone. Many men over the age of 60 are also starting their day with a sluggish feeling. The body is sluggish, the mind is slow, and sexual vitality is clearly declining without understanding why. However, what few people know is this problem is not entirely due to age. The main reason is that the way you start your morning each day is the silent factor strongly affecting your endocrine system, blood circulation, and overall vitality. But the good news is, just by changing one very small habit at the beginning of the day, no cost, no medication, no hard training required, you can completely help your body regain alertness, energy, and even testosterone in a natural way. That's why, in today's video, I'm going to share with you a very simple morning habit that many endocrinologists recommend for men over 60. And what's surprising is, the effect can be clearly felt just a few days after starting. Especially right in the first part, I will reveal the reason why the morning is the time you always feel most exhausted, and why most men misunderstand the real cause behind that feeling of depletion. But before we begin, I'd really love to know where you're watching this video from. Leave a comment below. I'd be so happy to know who I'm walking alongside with on this journey to restore men's health after 60. And now let's move on to the first part. Part 1. Why do men over 60 often feel sluggish in the morning? A simple yet surprising scientific perspective. Honestly, waking up tired, not wanting to get out of bed, the mind still foggy, and feeling like you've been drained of energy after a full night's sleep is no longer unusual for men over 60. And you know what? It's not just because you're getting old, it's because testosterone, the hormone that defines masculinity, is silently decreasing day by day. According to many studies, men over 60 lose an average of 1% of testosterone each year. And as a result, the body not only becomes weaker, but also loses interest, reduced blood circulation, and especially decreased morning vitality, which is supposed to be the peak time for natural hormone levels. Have you ever noticed that when you were younger, you used to spring out of bed every morning full of energy, feeling like you could lift a refrigerator? But now you just want to hug your pillow and ignore the world? It's not because you've become lazy, it's because your body is waiting to be awakened the right way. And the surprising thing is, we can absolutely help the body reactivate that energy source with just one small thing each morning that I'm going to share with you right after this. Let's explore exactly what that simple morning habit is and why it can create such a big transformation. Dear viewer, if you're still watching the video up to this point, I'm truly glad that you genuinely care about your health and vitality after 60. Please leave a number 1 in the comments below so I know you're still here with me. Part 2. The morning habit that activates male vitality. All it takes is the right glass of water. After a long night, your body is like a machine that has just rested, and now it needs to warm up to function smoothly again. Most men think that just having coffee is enough to stay alert. But the truth is, what your body really needs first thing in the morning isn't caffeine, it's blood circulation and hormones being naturally activated. According to endocrine experts, morning is the golden time to restart the male hormone system, especially testosterone. If you know how to trigger it at the right moment, you'll feel stronger, more focused, and even more optimistic all day long. And the secret lies in a warm glass of water with a few slices of fresh ginger and a little bit of lemon. Sounds simple, right? But don't underestimate it. This combination triggers a fascinating biological response in the body. Ginger helps dilate blood vessels, boosting circulation to the heart, brain, and even the important area for men. Lemon helps detoxify the liver, neutralize excess acid, and supports vitamin C absorption, an essential factor in testosterone synthesis. Imagine your body as an old car. If each morning you give it a gentle ignition with a glass of warm ginger water, you're not only clearing the pipes, but also helping the engine run stronger. Many men who've tried this were surprised that after just a few days, their morning fatigue eased significantly, their mind felt clearer, and their vitality seemed to be reawakened. Of course, for this habit to work its best, how you mix it and when you drink it plays a critical role. We'll explore that in more detail next, to see how such a small glass of water can create such a big difference. Part 3. The correct way to mix it for maximum effect. Don't let a health tonic become a burden on your body. You might think it's just ginger and lemon water, how complicated can it be? But in reality, many men tried it and ended up shaking their heads. Because the more they drank, the more they felt heartburn, discomfort, even jittery throughout the day without knowing why. The problem isn't in the drink itself, it's in how you prepare it and when you use it. After 60, the body becomes more sensitive, especially the stomach and liver. If you use too much ginger, the burning sensation can hit fast. If you squeeze in too much lemon, the high acidity can cause your stomach to act up all morning. So how do you mix it correctly and still make it suitable for the elderly? Body? Think of it as composing a gentle symphony for your body. Just 2 to 3 slices of fresh ginger, lightly crushed, placed into a glass of warm water. Not too hot, but not cold either. Then add a few drops of lemon juice, just enough to awaken digestion, not to overwhelm the taste. And most importantly, drink it while your stomach is still empty, right after brushing your teeth, and before you even think about your first cup of coffee. At that moment, your body is like a blank sheet of paper, and this water is the first ink stroke that sets the tone for your entire morning. If you're worried your body isn't used to it yet, start with a smaller amount and observe how it reacts. Each person is a different system. There's no perfect formula for everyone, but there are flexible principles anyone can adjust to fit their own needs. Now that you've got a simple yet powerful formula to kickstart your vitality each morning, the next question is, how do you maintain this habit long term? Without giving up halfway because you're too busy, forgot, or just don't feel like it. In the next part, I'll share with you an extremely easy to apply way to make this habit a natural part of your morning so you won't even have to think about it. If you're still watching the video up to this point, thank you for staying with me this far. I truly appreciate and value that. Please leave a number 3 in the comments below so I know I'm not talking to myself. Part 4. How to maintain this habit every morning naturally. No pressure, no giving up halfway. Many men, after hearing the benefits of ginger water in the morning, eagerly jump right into it. The first 3 days, everyone drinks it seriously. Some even prepare ginger the night before, but by the 4th day, a bit busy. The 5th day, feeling a little tired. By the 6th day, they forget. This is actually very understandable. After 60, our brain and body aren't as flexible as they used to be. Forming a new habit isn't as easy as when we were younger. But the problem isn't that you lack willpower, it's that you're trying to force a new habit into a time that isn't yet familiar. Just like going to the gym, if you have to leave the house, go to a new place, change clothes, schedule it, your chances of sticking with it are much lower compared to just stretching lightly in your backyard. And it's the same with this ginger water habit. If you have to remember it every day, you'll eventually forget. But if you link it with something you already do every morning, like brushing your teeth or boiling water for tea, your brain will automatically log it and turn it into a familiar part of your day. Here's a small tip. Keep some sliced ginger ready tea in a sealed jar on the kitchen counter, along with a small bottle of water and a few lemons nearby. Once everything is right in front of you, you won't have to remind yourself. Your hands will just do it out of habit. And gradually, this habit will become a pleasant part of your morning, no longer something you have to push yourself to do. And if you truly want to amplify the effects for circulation, testosterone, and vitality, then there's one more simple step right after this that most people overlook, but it's extremely effective. Right after this, I'll share that special tip with you, the one that can turn your ginger water into the spark that jumpstarts your entire male hormone system. Part 5. Add one simple movement after drinking. Double the effect on circulation and vitality. Many people think that just drinking a glass of ginger lemon water is enough, but did you know? Right after you put something into your body that can stimulate blood circulation, if you just sit still, that effect is only halfway there. It's like filling up your car with gas but leaving it parked in the garage, never starting it, never driving. Nothing happens. Your body works the same way. When ginger begins to dilate the blood vessels and stimulate hormones, adding a gentle movement will help the blood flow faster and awaken your endocrine glands more effectively. So what kind of movement is enough? You don't need to go running or hit the gym right after. In fact, doing that on an empty stomach can backfire. Instead, just perform a simple breathing exercise combined with a light pelvic floor contraction for a few minutes after drinking your water. That's already enough to activate the lower region, where many nerves and blood vessels related to male function are concentrated. Imagine this. Your glass of ginger water is the spark, and this small exercise is the breeze that makes the flame grow stronger. When done at the right time and in the right way, you'll not only feel mentally sharper, But you'll also notice real improvements in your vitality, your bladder control, and even your confidence in the bedroom. And if you're thinking, I've never done these kinds of exercises before, I don't even know where to start, don't worry. In the next part, I'll show you exactly how to perform this breathing and pelvic floor routine in a simple, easy to follow way, perfectly suitable for any gentleman over 60, even if you've never exercised before. Part 6. The breathing and pelvic floor contraction exercise, gentle, discreet, but powerful. You may have never heard the term pelvic floor muscles before, but they're the silent group of muscles responsible for many crucial functions: urination, bladder control, erection, and maintaining performance during intimacy. After age 60, this group of muscles often weakens due to natural aging and lack of proper movement. And that's why just performing one simple action every morning, combining deep breathing with gently contracting these muscles for a few cycles, is enough to restore some control and boost blood flow to the pelvic area. You don't need to lie down, wear workout clothes, or use any equipment. This exercise can be done right while you're sitting on the edge of your bed, or even while brewing your morning tea. Simply inhale slowly through your nose, let your belly rise slightly, and as you exhale, gently tighten the muscles below, as if you're trying to stop the flow of urine. Hold for a few seconds, then relax. Repeat this for about 3 to 5 minutes. At first, it might feel a bit strange, and you might even wonder if you're doing it right. But don't worry. As long as you feel a slight tightening in your lower abdomen and the area near your bladder when you exhale, you're on the right track. And as days go by, you'll start to notice small but clear changes: easier control when urinating, fewer nighttime bathroom trips, and a renewed sense of confidence you haven't felt in years. There's one more important thing. Although this exercise can bring visible improvements after just a few weeks, if you make some common mistakes while practicing, all your efforts could go to waste. In the next part, I'll point out the most frequent mistakes men make with this exercise and how to fix them easily. Part 7. Common mistakes that make the exercise ineffective. Effort without proper form is still wasted. Many men, after a few weeks of diligently practicing pelvic floor contractions, start to wonder, I do this every day, but nothing's changing. That's the moment we need to take a closer look, because the problem may not be your consistency, but that the way you're doing it is completely off from the intended principle. One of the most common mistakes is contracting the wrong muscle group. Instead of activating the pelvic floor, the deep muscles beneath the pelvis that are hard to feel, many men unconsciously tense their abs, squeeze their glutes, or tighten their thighs. And as you know, your abs or thighs may help you lift weights or stand upright, but they won't do much for your vitality. Another mistake, which sounds harmless but really impacts the results, is holding your breath. Many men, especially when they try to contract hard, instinctively hold their breath, as if they're lifting something heavy. This action unintentionally creates pressure in the chest and abdomen, restricting blood flow and completely reversing the intended goal, improving circulation in the pelvic area. What you need to do is keep your body relaxed, breathe evenly, and only tighten the muscle located between the anus and genitals, like you're gently tapping the brake, not dragging your whole body into the effort. Understanding these mistakes is the first step toward correcting them and feeling real progress. And if you've made it this far, it means you already know how to do it right, and you're ready for the best part: combining all of these steps into one 15-minute morning routine that activates your hormones, improves circulation, and restores your masculine energy every single day. Let's discover how to do that in the next part. Dear viewer, you see, to restore strength, vitality, and masculine energy after 60, you don't necessarily need complicated or expensive solutions. Just starting from small morning habits like the right glass of water, a few minutes of mindful breathing, and gentle muscle work is enough to awaken your endocrine system, improve circulation, and bring your body back to its natural power. Most importantly, it's your consistency and your own initiative that matter. No one understands your body better than you do, and no one can change your health except yourself. If you found today's content helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the channel to continue walking with me in the upcoming videos. We still have many interesting practical lessons ahead, created especially for gentlemen who want to stay healthy, strong, and confident at any age. Thank you for staying with me until the end of the video. I wish you good health, endless vitality, and many joyful moments in life. See you again in the next video.